I stole groceries from the grocery store yesterday. So
I think I just accidentally didn't pay for my groceries at Smith's.
I only went and managed to shoplift a bag of shopping. Not on purpose.
Real cashiers are falling off and self-checkout is taking over. So we gotta adapt to that. So when we go in here and buy stuff and use self-checkout, the number one rule is don't steal. But we're gonna watch some stories from people who say they stole by mistake. Let's check it out.
I stole groceries from the grocery store yesterday. So I went, did my shopping, and I go to check out, and like all of the lines are self-checkout now. So I, scan all my groceries, and then I slide to pay. It says approved. It freezes. So I call like the attendant over, and he's like, "Oh, just go to another register. We just updated our system, and I don't know why they keep freezing." Okay, fine. So I go to another checkout, scan all of my stuff again, swipe my card, same exact thing happens. Freezes. So at this point, I just left the register and walked out of the store with all my groceries and didn't pay.
At this point, I'm on my second register. I didn't try it. I tried twice. What am I going to do? Go to another one? It's going to freeze again? I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be in here all day. I don't. Okay? Would have did it? I probably would have tried a third time. But after that, man, I would have same thing. I would have stepped out too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Should we talk about how I stole a cart of groceries from Aldi's today? So I go to Aldi's with my mom, and I set up her debit card, so I know everything about it. So she goes and checks out first. She has like 5 items. So I put her debit card in there because, she can't really see without her glasses. And, you got to push pay now. You have to push debit card. You put the debit card in. You type in the PIN. You push enter. The receipt's in a different location than normal. I grab that for her, and I hand it for her. Okay, she takes my kids. Well, she takes 2 out of my 4 kids and goes outside. And my 3-year-old started taking off, and my mom caught her and everything, but my mind was focused on her, making sure my 3-year-old didn't disappear. Then I go back to my groceries. Meanwhile, my 1-year-old who's with me keeps throwing his shoe out of the cart, so I keep picking it up, putting it back on him. Go and scan every single thing that I got. Son throws his shoe off, put it back on him, and I walk out of Aldi's. And I'm like literally thinking as I'm like outside walking to my car, I'm like, why don't I remember taking my wallet out? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't pay for my groceries. In my mind, I had paid already because I remember doing all the things to pay now, put your card in, and I didn't pay for my own. I felt so stupid, you guys. I whipped around, I brought my full cart back in, and I went to the aisle I was on, and it was empty, like nothing was there. So I went over to one of the workers and I said, hey, this is really embarrassing. I stole this entire cart of groceries. And I explained, like, I helped my mom pay for hers. So in my mind, I was thinking I already paid, realized I didn't, but I went back and it wasn't there. And they're like, yeah, it voids after so long. And I was like, okay, I'm going to check out with you. And she checked me out and she's like, hey, thanks for coming back and being honest. And I'm like, I'm having a panic attack because I just stole like $100 worth of food. And I'm like, please, like, make sure on camera it sees me coming back in and you, like, paying this cart full of food. So I don't get a call later saying, hey, ma'am, you, like, legit just walked out. This is what happens when I go grocery shopping with 4 kids. But we had a dentist appointment today, so I had all 4 with me.
Yeah, sounds like you need to get your groceries delivered. I'm just saying. You need to get your groceries delivered. That's a lot. But, yeah, if y'all don't know, them cameras will keep track of you. And their register, if she would just ring everything up and didn't pay, the register would know that. I'm sure that's in their logs for that register. So at the end of the day, they could check the camera for that time and see what happened. And then they see her walk out without paying. And they can make a note of that. And the next time she steps foot in that store, they could call the police and arrest her because she stole groceries last time. So she did the right thing by coming back in and paying for those groceries, because they would have just chalked her up as being a thief. And the next time she came in here, they would have arrested her. Simple as that. So she did the right thing. She did the right thing.
Okay, so this has been a day from hell. I went to Sheetz, and long story short, they shorted me $100, and they're like taking forever to get it back. They have to go through like the security tapes and count the drawers and everything like that. So I'm preoccupied with that, and I'm at Aldi's, and I go shopping afterwards, and I'm on the phone with customer service from Sheetz while at Aldi's ringing up my groceries, get the groceries in the car, go to Walgreens to pick up my prescriptions, and I'm like, I forgot to pay for all my groceries at Aldi because I was preoccupied on the phone with customer service from Sheetz. So then I try to call Aldi and be like, I'm coming right back because I forgot to pay for the groceries and I do not want to spend the weekend in jail. It was a total accident, but I came back and got them paid for and everything's good. But wow.
Hey, if this ever happens to you, make sure you come back and pay before the police catch up to you, okay? Because once the police got you saying you'll pay, can you just pay? That don't work, okay? They gonna arrest you. So, like, pay attention though. These self-checkouts are made to catch you stealing. I'm just saying, they keep every record of everything you scan. They know what the price should be. They got like 3-4 cameras pointed at you. You gotta pay attention. Every time I swipe something on the self-checkout, I look and make sure it's on the screen, and I also make sure it's only one on the screen, because sometimes it double scans by mistake and you paying extra. So pay attention, okay? I know you got other stuff going on. You're on the phone, you got kids, but you have to pay attention, because you could go to jail for one of these mistakes. And we don't, we don't like jail. We don't like jail.
So I think I just accidentally didn't pay for my groceries at Smith's. I was using the self-checkout, and it was like the self-checkout that also has the conveyor. So I like scanned all of my items, and then I was so focused on like bagging them that I scanned them all, and then I went to go bag them, and then I just walked out the store, and I got through like that first set of double doors, and I was like, did I pay? And then I went back and somebody else was already using it, but I don't have a receipt, and I really think I might have just stole my groceries on accident.
Yeah, you stole groceries. If I was you, I wouldn't go back. You gotta pick another store now. I wouldn't go back. They might have figured it out and got your picture on the security wall or in the in the manager's office or on the bulletin board back there, employee bulletin board. They got your picture back there. All right, and when somebody see you, they're gonna notify 911. So pick another store. Okay, it's too late to go back now. You left the parking lot. Pick another store. I'm just telling you. That's it's my advice.
Do y'all want to hear something fucking batshit insane? That dog food, I stole it. Now, it was not on purpose. I came in here, got my groceries. The dog food was supposed to be on a separate transaction because I was buying it for my mom. So I get all my groceries. I pay for all my groceries. The dog food is still in the basket, and I forget to pay for it. The guy at the door, he even checks my receipt and lets me through. I get to the car, put all my groceries into the trunk, and then realize I didn't pay for this. So I go back inside. I pay for the dog food. I go out the door. The guy checks my receipt a second time. It was the biggest thing in my basket. How did he miss this the first time? Unless he's just like checking to look like he's working and not actually doing it. I don't know. But that's the story of how I stole dog food today.
I always question, like, especially when people go and get like a lot of stuff and their receipt is long and they gotta, check the person's receipt. They don't be looking at it for long. They be looking at it for not even 2 seconds. They be like, okay, you good. How did you see that? How did you spot that water so fast? How did you spot that blender that I have? How did you spot that so fast? How did you spot that crock pot that I got so fast on this receipt? I be questioning sometimes, do they really be checking or do they just, play for the cameras that's in there? I think that guy just playing for the cameras because he missed it. Let's go to the next one.
An accidental thief. I just accidentally stole a bottle of wine from H-E-B. I didn't mean to. I got one bottle in and then the weight was wrong, so I took it out and then I put it back in and then I took the whole bag off and then the cashier had to come over. It was a hot mess and I don't even know when I put the other bottle in my bag, but I did. And then I got out to my car and I was like, this was cheaper than I thought it was going to be. And lo and behold, I checked. I'd only bought one bottle of wine when I actually had two. So I had an ethical dilemma. Do I stick it to the corporate America and just take the bottle of wine? Or does my Catholic guilt come into play? Turns out Catholic guilt stronger than my desire to stick it to corporate America. So I bought the other bottle of wine, had to go back in, be like, hey, this is really weird, but I accidentally just stole this. And the cop in there was like,
yeah,
why'd you even come back in here?
Why?
Because my guilt would have eaten me alive.
Hey, I did that one time, but this was a long time ago. This was before we had self-checkout. Is when I was going through the regular checkout line, putting stuff on the belt, but I forgot I had a gallon of milk in the little shelf at the bottom below the cart. And I got out to the car and I started putting stuff in the car, and then I saw the milk at the bottom. I was like, oh shoot, I never put this on the thing. I never paid for it. It took me half a second to decide, hey, put this milk in this car and pull off. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I've walked out of the store with something I didn't pay for before by mistake. That was just one thing. If I had a whole cart full of stuff, okay, we got to turn around and go back, because I don't like jail. I don't want to be there. I don't want to see it. I've never been and I don't want to. Okay? So I take this back and pay for it to avoid jail. Okay? Because I would be messed up in jail. As soon as I get in there, I'm in tears. Okay? And that's the wrong thing to do. So I don't need it. Okay? Jail don't come my way. Let's let's move on, man.
OMG. So I did something today that I've never ever done before, haven't I, babe? I only went and managed to shoplift a bag of shopping. Not on purpose, by accident. So, here we go. Goes in Aldi. We only needed a few little bits. I was really thirsty. My mouth was so dry. And I'd got this in the basket. And I said to the man, excuse me, I'm just going to have to have a drink of this. I'm not pinching, but I'm going to have a drink of this. And he was like, yeah, it's fine. Thank you for saying, blah, blah, blah. Gets to the self-service. So scan the bottle. Obviously, they know what these weigh, don't they? They know what all the items weigh. And it went, So the man from the self-service who was sort of doing the area came over and I said, look, I had a cheeky drink. I'm paying for it, but I did ask. And he was like, yeah, no problem. Oh, he says, you'll never guess. We have people nicking all sorts. Even salmon, like eating the raw salmon out. You know, the salmon fillets. I was like, no way. He was like, yeah, and you see all the empty wrappers of everything in the basket, what they haven't you know, what, the vet on the way around? I went, no, well, I've had a sit, but I'm paying. He's like, right. So me and this guy's chin-wagging. Nicky's done everything. He scanned our bag, like, so, because we had to make sure not to rob the bag, which we did anyway. And then Nicky's done it all, and I've tapped my card, but I've turned around and I'm talking to this guy, this self-service guy, and we're laughing about the stuff that people do and rob and what have you. So Nicky's packed the bag up, and we're not somebody who picks up receipts. We pay and we go. We've gone through the thing, gone through the scanners, gone through the alarms, gone out the shop, walked down, got in the car, come home. I've looked at my phone and I had a notification, payment declined. So I'm like, oh my God, we've just robbed the shopping. So me being me, and I believe in karma and all that kind, and the fact that my son actually works for Aldi, another store, I was like, oh. So I phoned up, told them we're on our way back. Luckily, when we got back, they were so nice. They were the guy who we were on about other people robbing. He'd said, "Oh well, I came out and I thought you might have gone in B&M, so I ran round there looking for you." I was like, "I'm so sorry." So yeah, today's the day I managed to rob a bag of Aldi shopping unintentionally, and I did go back and pay. Karma. I was thinking, you know, you get what you give. Well, I'm not robbing. So yeah.
I think we learned a couple things from this video. I already mentioned one. Pay attention, okay? Pay attention while you're there. They're set up for you to fail. I'm just telling you, the self-checkout is set up for you to fail. And when you fail, jail consequences come with that. So pay attention to everything, okay? Everything you're doing over there, and grab your receipt to confirm everything that you did, okay? Because the receipt is like your answers to the test. And if you get to the door and they say, hey, can you show me your receipt? And you don't have the answers, you're going to fail the test or something. It's a stupid analogy, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay? The second thing that we might have learned from this, I'm going to just say, go back and look at everybody in this video. Okay? Watch it again. And then you can see why they was able to walk out without paying and come back and pay sometimes with no problem. Okay? That's all. Just go back and look again. Observe, That's all. Hey. I'm stupid. Thank you for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up. Share the video. What is it? Comment below. What else you do? Subscribe. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you on the next video.